Okay, I wasn't too, cause what? Hey. Whoop. I go hard, cause. Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing good today. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me get comfortable. It's gonna be a while. Let me make sure all my screens are up here. All right, how is everybody? Yes, I am rocking orange today. I barely ever wear orange. I was like, I want something bright and festive, honey. So yes, I'm rocking my orange. I hope you guys are doing good. I can't believe it's already Thursday. Like this week has just flown by. Um, I got a new camera. I got another one, so I'm testing this out. Cause I'm so used to Canons, but I've been like in my Sony bag lately. So I got a new Sony camera with the bigger lens. So we're gonna test this out, and I like how it kind of filters the background and kind of softens it. So I'm liking it so far. I've been playing around with it. So sorry it was taking me a while to get on here. Had to make sure like my settings were up to par. But I hope everybody is doing good. So it's a lot to talk about. It's been a busy, busy week. So let's see here. What we want to talk about first, child? Should we talk about the city girls and their damn downfall at this point? You know, we all watched the Young Miami Saucy Santana interview. I did a live stream on that last week. And then we talked about the city girl mayor. You know, hopefully she'll get locked up soon. She's out here wilding. Well, now, if you guys do not know, Carisha was into it again with DJ Academics, because DJ Academics did a stream on her recently, and he was stating his opinion. You guys know they don't get along. They were beefing about a year ago. Diddy got involved, and he claimed that Diddy tried to send people after him. Child, some mess that I don't give a shit about. But so he was talking about her, and so she didn't like it. She was definitely in her feelings, and the Neighborhood Talk posted it. And so she pulled a Cardi B. You know, Cardi will snap on the Shade Room and Neighborhood Talk. She doesn't like people posting her. So Carisha kind of did the same thing where she said she does not want Neighborhood Talk or any of the blogs posting her anymore. Which, you know, your wish is my command, bitch. Makes me no difference. What a lot of these celebrities don't understand is that you need the blogs. You know, good or bad, the blogs keep y'all relevant. Because a lot of people I don't check for. I just see them on my feed via, you know, either what Madia posts or the Shade Room. You know, other than that, I don't follow too many celebrities. Like outside of Cardi B and maybe a few others, most of the people I follow are just regular, degular people, tea sippers, you know, and that's really about it. I don't want a bunch of celebrities on my timeline talking about, you know, their trip to Turks and Caicos and, you know, how I'm broke and dusty. I'm not feeding into that negativity. So I don't follow too many celebs. But so it's always funny when they get mad and they say they don't want to get posted. And that's fine. You know, they don't have to post you, but understand that if the blogs are not posting you, you're not going to be as relevant. So let's go ahead and talk about the situation with her and AK here. So give me just a second. Let me share my screen real quick. Where is my screen? Oh, right here. Child. You take a few days off, you be lost. Okay. Let me get on this. All right, so we're going to listen to DJ Academics first.
That's what she wanted to be. So she just wanted to be lit. She never wanted to be an artist. You stopped your music career, girl. You stopped it to be a mistress or to be in that cult. You stopped it. It's not like you were working and Diddy just fit around your schedule. You stopped it. That's the problem. Your label was frustrated with you. She's acting like, oh, no, I'm doing everything I had to do. Here's the thing. You're non-talented. You could barely read. You don't really rap. And you need to rely on ghostwriters and your labels to put you in position. And then you're unfocused on your own career. And you then fall into a lifestyle that's bigger than the money that you make. Young Miami never wanted to be an artist. If she says she wanted to be an artist before she got famous, she's lying. She never wanted to be an artist. She wanted to be popping. You know when girls be like, yo, I just want to be lit, and you can't get a definition of what lit is? That's what she wanted to be. So she just wanted to be lit. She never wanted to be an artist. You stopped your music career, girl. You stopped it to be a mistress or to be in that cult.
Yikes. All right, bitch. Let me go ahead. You know what I'm saying? No lies told. He didn't say any lies. When she got with Diddy, you couldn't tell her shit. My man, go Poppy. It's your birthday. Go. You couldn't tell Carisha a damn thing. She thought she hit the lotto, bitch, okay? Was threatening other women online and, talking about she'll make Diddy make them eat her coochie and all this nasty ratchet shit. So he told no lies. She never wanted to be an artist. That has been said from jump. She always said that JT was the one who wanted to be a rapper, and JT, just wanted to do something with her best friend at the time. And so they decided to get into it. But I will give Carisha props that, when JT went to jail for scamming and shit, Carisha had to hold the city girls down. But that was never her dream. She's always wanted to be one of those chicks. She wants to be an influencer. She wants people to look at her clothes and her titties and her hair. She likes the look. She likes the lifestyle. She likes the money. But as far as putting in the work, that's too much work to write songs. It's too much work to be in the studio all day and night. It's easy to just suck dick. Let's keep it real. That's her mentality. It's just easy to just give it up, suck dick, you know what I'm saying, have threesomes with Diddy. That's a lot easier than actually having to come up and use your talent, okay? So he told no lies. So now she responded back. So let's go backwards here. I'm going to read. I'll get y'all's tiny violinist, child. Let me go ahead and pull mine out, bitch. She loves for people to feel bad for her. Let me go ahead and okay, all right, let's go. All right, so Carisha says, I never stopped working. I started my own brand selling candles, shot glasses, varsity jackets, thongs, a card game that made millions of dollars in 14 days. Remixes to Lola Brooks, Don't Play With It, Quavo, Strub the Ground, Gorgeous, Gucci Mane, Actin, BMF, Grownish, You People with Eddie Murphy, all the while having a nigga I never thought shit like this. I said it wasn't no money in the group. Y'all bitches put some respect on my name and stop trying to make me look crazy because I was with the nigga that helped my career. The neighborhood talk, I don't know how much they paying y'all to hate on a bitch, but leave me the fuck alone. Damn. Then she went into their comment section and wrote this. Tired of y'all bitches, get the fuck out of here. And at neighborhood talk, I don't have a dick for you to suck, so get the fuck off mine. Bitch, what's up? I filmed a whole reality TV show. Stop fucking playing with me. I worked my ass off. Tired of y'all bitches playing on my name. Okay, girl. Next. Like I said, he told no lies. And the reason why she's upset is because he told no lies. So, tiny violin on that ass. I don't feel bad for her. In all the stuff that she stated, did she say anything about the City Girls? Did she say me and JT dropped this hot track or me and JT did this and that? Everything was about other people and acting, and her acting is mediocre at best. So again, like we say in the South, a hit dog will holler. And she's upset because she did wrap her life around Diddy. She tried to attach her brand to Diddy and it flopped in her face. And now she's mad because folks are laughing at her. People don't care. And, she's not going to ever be on the same level that she once was. Financially, brand-wise, her brand is tainted. Right now, you have to go to court because of this man. You are being sued because of this man that you attached yourself to. So while you're over here mad at us and steadily trying to defend Diddy and mad at the blogs, you need to be mad at yourself because you thought that was the way to success and it blew up in your face. Instead of cussing folks out on the internet, you need to be preparing for trial, okay? Because the man that's suing you, he wants all his coins. So I don't feel bad for her. I think she just made herself look silly even responding to that. That is what commentators do. That is what bloggers do. We're going to give our opinions on any said situation. And if you don't like it, that's on you. Move the fuck around. You don't have to watch him, nor do you have to you be on Neighborhood Talk. But I love how they think they can control what blogs do. And Neighborhood Talk, later on, they came on there and they said something about they're never going to post her again. Child, who knows? Because I don't fuck with them either. So, they blocked me for no reason. So fuck them too and Carisha, as far as I'm concerned. But they claim they won't post her ever again, but child, they probably will. But I just don't like when celebs think they can threaten blogs and bloggers and and all this and that. You are in the public eye. People are gonna have an opinion about your moves. You're the one doing an interview to talk about the situation. It's almost like she wanted to talk about the situation, but she didn't want feedback. She just wanted people to look at the interview, feel bad for her, and then give her props, and that's it. No, we're going to critique every bit of your interview. Like I said last week, I enjoyed the interview. I thought Salsi did a good job interviewing her, but I'm also going to hold her feet to the fire and call out certain parts of the interview that I thought were bullshit. I think there were certain parts where she was truthful when she was speaking about her experience with Diddy, but then there were other parts where she was being shady and other parts where she was being willfully ignorant, where again, she's mad that people didn't reach out to her to check on her, that she was okay. But this is the same woman who, when she was with Diddy, was cussing folks out. Nobody could tell her anything. So we don't feel bad for you, ma'am. Next. We just don't. So let me go ahead here. Let me see. Oh, we got over 5,000 people in here. Come on in. Come on in. Let me read some of these super chats. David sent $5. Thank you, David. Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Zakia McLeod said, did I miss the link for the 1 milli party? I took a social media break. I feel like I missed it. Child, them tickets sold out in literally not even 5 hours. Like I said, everything was posted in the respective places. Tickets are all sold out. There's a wait list, though. There is a wait list floating around. And people have been contacted. People like, I didn't get it. Yeah, no, we've been contacting people on the wait list. I was able to get a few more tables, but I'm not getting any more. Like, we're at max capacity. So, I don't know. If you missed it, you're probably going to have to come to the next go around. But, yeah, child. Yeah, this was posted like almost a week and a half ago. Nene says, well, how do you feel about YSL Woody's testimony? Let's talk about YSL Woody really quick. He is so funny to me. He's a character. Let me see if I can find, let me go on No Jumper, because I know they've been posting him. Because I think we had posted it the other day, too. He was talking about how he shot up, whose daddy barbershop did he shoot up? He was talking about it. Just so callous. Like, this ain't going to be used against me, right? I think he's kind of off. I think YSL Woody is the homeboy. He's not all there. He was in the ES, like the special ed classes, down the hallway in the basement, kind of like a little slow class. And so, he's graduated, high school. So he's the friend that's kind of off. You know what I mean? He can function in society, but you can kind of send him off. Thank you, Rich Homie Quan. Rich Homie Quan, thank you. Just everything about him. He's that friend that's off. He's willing to go hard, you know what I'm saying, to stand next to Young Thug. But I think at this point, they need to throw this whole trial away. They just do. This whole trial to me makes no sense. I'm trying to see if I can find it here. Oh, here we go. Oh, hold on. Wait, hold up. He's just funny. And he be dressed to the gods in that 3-piece suit, bitch. Let's go ahead and watch this real quick. Give me just a second. I'm going to play this. YSL Woody.
Okay. The police kept locking me up for whatever they could. Every time I came out the door, the police was on me. And they keep bringing up Thug name. So what I did was, to get him off of me, I said, Thug did this, Thug did that, Thug did, because I knew I knew he didn't do it. And in my mind, I knew that the police would never go mess with him. So it was easy for me to try to throw the blame off on him to get them off of me. And that's what I was doing from all these years. I don't remember what I don't told them in the past, but my whole motive was Thug did it because I knew he didn't do it and they couldn't lock him up. And they keep talking about Thug. So guess what I'm going to tell them? Yeah. What else you want me to tell them? Yeah, he killed this person. Yeah, he did that. That's what I'm going to do. And that's right now. If I walk out this thing and they say, the police stop me now. Hey, man, give me something about Thug. Shit, I'm about to make. Okay, so this what happened.
Okay.
I made something up about him again.
On January 11, 2015, when you went to speak to the police, when they called you, did they ask you about Thug or did they ask you about the murder of Donovan Thomas?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Did you go down to the police department on your own to tell them that you did not kill Donovan Thomas?
Did I go on my own?
Did you walk into the police department by yourself to tell them on the morning of January 11, 2015, that you did not kill Donovan Thomas?
I don't recall. I made some up about.
He is literally the king of I don't recall. Like, I'm not mad at him. He don't recall shit, okay? But the one of him talking about shooting the Rich Homie Quan's daddy's barbershop. I wish I could find that. I don't know, but YSL Woody, he's funny. At this point, like I said, the whole thing is turning into a circus. They just need to throw it out. They do not have enough. I mean, think about this. Wasn't it like 2 months ago they were playing my YouTube videos in his court case? Like, well, how'd I get in it? Why are y'all using my old videos talking about Thug and Wayne's drama in a national court case? And they still owe me a fucking check, okay? But whatchamacallit, I just feel like he was one of them dudes. He was part of the crew. He was the send-off. You know, every crew got like, you know, a send-off guy. He's not all there. He's on SSI. You know what I'm saying? He was getting, you know, checks when he was a shorty. Now he's getting adult checks. And that's who YSL Woody was. You know what I mean? Bless his heart. You know what I mean? They need to just throw this whole trial out. Because I don't, they're trying to go after Thug, but they obviously do not have enough evidence to get him locked up. Am I saying that Thug is innocent? Nope. I think Thug was involved in all types of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But it don't matter what I think. You have to be able to prove that in a court of law. So the whole situation with him is just, I don't know. Every time he comes on my timeline, I just be like, okay, here go this crash dummy again. So yeah, I hope that answers your question on my feelings on YSL Woody. Let's see here. Valerie Moses says, thank you for going live tonight. Best gift from my Leo sis. Happy birthday, sis, and thank you so much for tapping in. Appreciate you. I know Leo season, we got about another week left, so we got to enjoy our season. You know what I'm saying? Shy B sent $50. Thank you so much. Says, hey, T, I hope you're doing well. The camera quality looks great. Thank you so much. I'm really glad for the feedback. I appreciate you, and thank you for checking in, sis. Let's see here. Ransack says, T, I just wanted to say you look beautiful from Nigeria. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Carmela Stevenson 10 says, hiya, sweet cheeks. Wanted to show you some love. I'll have to catch a playback with the gang. Hey, T-Sippers / stalkers. There's almost 3,000 people in here watching, less than 1,000 likes. Hit the like button or else. Yes, we got over 6,000 people now. We need more likes. Please hit the like button. Okay? Let's see here. Brown Sugar Gabby 90 says, sending love from Lafayette, Louisiana. Virgo season up next, 920. Love you, T. Love you too, and thank you for checking in, sis. Let's see here. So let me go ahead and jump on to the next topic. We got to talk about this situation with Michael Rubin. Michael Rubin is a billionaire, and him and Meek Mill, they've been cool for years. Like, he used to run with Meek Mill, and they met in Philly or something like that. And he really helped Meek Mill out. Once he heard about Meek Mill's probation situation, he went out of his way to like really try to help him out. And when he got locked up, he reached out to a lot of his rich friends like Jay-Z and others to try and, you know, get Meek Mill out of his situation. Eventually, when Meek Mill got out of prison, Michael Rubin went to go pick him up in a helicopter, child. You know what I'm saying? Got him out first class, and Meek has been up under his ass, no pun intended, ever since. So Michael Rubin, he does the white parties as well. He did one this year. He did one the year before. And during the white party, a picture of him, a little baby, went viral with him and his friend hugging little baby from the back. Now, I don't know if Mike Rubin is gay. I'm not sure. Or, you know, bi, whatever. But the pictures were sus. I don't care. The pictures were sus. Little baby was grinning from ear to ear. He was all teeth and shit. You know, it's just weird. It's like, how you go from the streets of Atlanta to getting sandwiched by two guys? It was a weird picture, right? And so Michael Rubin is addressing this on The Breakfast Club. And he feels like, you know, black people spend too much time tearing down other black people. And so he made some decent points. Not Cheeky Mills. Y'all not y'all called him Cheek Mills. Y'all are messy, honey. Little Booty and Cheeky Mills. All right. So we're going to go ahead and listen to this interview that he did on The Breakfast Club here. So give me just a second to pull up my other screen. So this is Michael Rubin. He's very bothered by the black community and y'all's treatment of people here. There we go. All right, we're gonna go ahead and listen.
I think social media bothers you a little bit because one thing I did notice from the white party, I didn't see any hugs. There was no hugs from the back. I didn't see no hugs, Mike.
I think that was pathetic. I think it was a joke.
On how they attack Lil Baby?
Yeah, look, by the way, you know what I hate? When watching a black person try to take a black person down, that's fucked up. Okay, let's keep it real. Okay, Baby is one of the best human beings on the planet. There's not a person who will always do more for his community, who's a great human being, who works his ass off. And here's what happened with Baby. Baby did great, and then people came for him. Okay. And by the way, I told Kuz, I was with Kuz a couple nights ago. It was his blue hair. That was the thing that really screwed. It was, you know, if you didn't have that that blue hair, that was what killed the whole thing. It was the picture. It was me, Baby, and Kuz, and like it was probably like 1/10 of 1 second that someone caught the picture, and then it got out there, and you know. But anyway, look, what sucks is that it actually did hurt Baby for a period of time. And that's the fucked up thing. And that's the thing that I don't like.
What do you mean by hurting? Like, what did he was upset about it, or
no? It's people that want to hate with success, and to me, I want everyone around me to do great. I want nothing's gonna make me happier than you guys doing great. You guys killing it in everything you do. I think you just gotta like push aside that negativity. But talk about the bunny hops. Meek says to me at the beginning of the game. He says, "What do you want to bet?" I'm like, "What do you want to bet?" Like, I'm not generally like I don't want to ever take money from my friends or like bet money. But if they want to, he's like, "Let's do push-ups." I'm like, "Great, 50 push-ups, great." He's actually, "Let's do bunny hops." I said, "What's a bunny hop?" He said, "How do you know what a bunny hop?"
idea. Meek said,
"No, 100%."
Because Meek thought he was gonna win.
So Meek's like, you go like this. He's teaching me what a bunny hop. I never saw it before. Okay, so I don't know. I'm going like this.
That's one of those things you learned in person.
He's going
Yeah.
like no, it's like this. Right. This. He said we do it in jail all the time.
Stop.
We do it in jail all the time. Right. So I didn't even know. I'd never heard of a bunny hop before. Okay.
Man.
I put it on my story, just making fun of him. Like, yeah, I kicked your ass in tennis. Like, it's fun. I actually won something in sports, like almost a miracle. I should have had a celebration. Okay. No one says a thing then. 5 years later, you know, people want to, now it's the turn, you know, who are we going to hate on this one? Let's hate on Meek. Oh, Meek's gay because some guy made up a lie. Okay, so let's hate on him for that and just try to change the narrative. And, oh, you know, white billionaire telling, you know, black man to do bunny hops. Actually, he told me to do bunny hops. It was his bet, and I'm sorry that he sucked in tennis that day. Okay, let's keep it real. So, like, that stuff.
You should have played a black sport. He'd beat you.
In everyone, by the way.
Yes.
But probably in any sport other than skiing, which is obviously the only sport. That's the only sport I could probably get him in. But, you know, like, the thing I don't like about that is it doesn't bother me for me. It bothers me that it actually, when I see the narrative of a really good friend of mine like Meek, and people trying to, you know, again, if he was gay, which there's not one gay bone in his body, who cares? Number one, if people want to be gay, it is 2024. Who the fuck cares? Okay. Number two, there's not a gay bone in his body. So like, why do people want to lie about that? Why do people want to change the narrative of bet he made with me to try to hurt him? So one thing I've learned about black culture that I don't like is that black hate on hate.
Speak on that more. I heard you say that earlier, and I wanted you to expound on that. You said you don't like to see black people tearing down other black people.
Yeah, it's horrible. Like, why does someone want to bring somebody else down? Let's try to build everybody up. Like, you know, I think it's culturally wrong. And I'll probably get killed for saying this because, you know,
I'm glad you're saying it openly. If this is the conversations that are being had.
I have it all the time.
I want to hear this.
Yeah, so I think it's wrong. I think, like, why do you not want to build everyone up around you? Why do you not want everyone around you to do great? The best way for everyone to do great is to push each other up. You don't do better by taking your competition down. You do better by pushing everyone up together. You want all the wind behind your back.
So when you see black people tearing other black people down, in your mind, you be like, I would never do business with that person because of how they treat their own people?
Well, I don't see, I don't really see the people I'm around tearing people down. What I see is the conversations that we have about people tearing, you know, trying to tear them down. And I think, like, you know, even if...
Because Meek brings that up a lot.
The reality is, like, they're aware that, you know, there's a lot of hate that comes with their success. Even if, like, someone's trying to get out. I grew up in a ruthless environment, and, you know, I'm trying to improve the people that are around me. It's like, then the people that, you know, you grew up with, they're mad. They want to take you down because you don't have the same people around you. How about you want to grow and you expand? And doesn't mean you don't want to help the people around you. I mean, Meek does so much for his community. You know, a completely different situation, but Baby does so much for his community. Like, so that whole thing really does bother me because I think it's wrong and I think it's culturally hurting the outcome of the black community. I think it would be much better if everyone tried to push each other up.
I think.
All right, child. Okay, so y'all heard what Michael Rubin had to say. People were saying that the volume's low. I don't know. Y'all gonna have to watch on the playback because it was booming on my end and other people could hear it just fine. So I don't know why it's coming through low for some people. But so let's first of all let's look at the sus picture that went viral. Um, this is a picture that went viral all over social media here. So y'all see that Michael Rubin and little baby. And then here he's being sandwiched by two people. It's just an odd picture. I'm not saying that little baby's gay, but the picture is odd, right? And Meek has done a lot of suspect stuff. I'm sorry, but Meek, is this you? Let me go ahead and open this up. This is when I first started giving Meek the side eye. Let me share my other screen. Okay, who remembers this? I don't care what nobody says. He sounds like somebody poked him in the wazoo. What grown man just screams in the middle of a store like that? No, I'm sorry. There's something like, did he have a flashback to Diddy? I don't care what nobody says. That's sus. It's like, what the hell is going on, Meek? Like, why are you in the middle of a busy store just screaming at the top of your lungs like a schoolgirl? Like somebody just stuck it up and said, ah! And that bunny hop didn't help. Meek is too tall to be out here bunny hopping. That man is about 6'3". I'm going to need Meek to simmer all the way the fuck down. Him screaming and bunny hopping are not helping the rumors. And then the fact that he's always, around Diddy and Diddy's, hey, daddy, I like how you look in that poo, daddy. It's just weird. So the public is going to talk. But, Michael Rubin is definitely entitled to his opinion. He feels like, the black community be trying to bring each other down. I don't even think it's that. I think every community does it, right? Like, I don't like how people act like backbiting or certain attributes are only attributed to the black community. Every community backbites, talks shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just that a lot of our stuff is on social media. So you can see it. You're not really going to see people from the Jewish community blasting each other on social media, but that doesn't mean that they're not beefing behind the scenes. That doesn't mean that they're not talking shit about each other, trying to take each other down behind the scenes. Just like in the Asian community, they might not be online beefing and going back and forth, but they have a lot of back and forth in their own community as well. It's just that with black folks, we just put this shit out on Front Street and don't care. That's the main difference. But, going back and forth, that's just, or feeling away or talking about somebody bad, that's not just a black thing. That's human nature. So I didn't agree with that. Like, I get what he's trying to say, but don't act like, all people do is just tear down Meek Mill and tear down Little Baby because they happen to be your friends. A lot of people have given them props as well. But again, when people mess up, people have the right to be held accountable because nobody's just going to sit there and give you praise 24/7. Meek has done some good things as far as jail reform and, speaking at, speaking on different venues when it comes to like prison reform and stuff like that. Cool. But he's also done a lot of fuck shit. Who remembers when he was trying to beat up Safari at the BET Awards? So Meek has done a lot of little, stuff to get himself into these situations as well. So, and just like with Little Baby, it's not like he's rapping about sunshine and roses. He's rapping about selling drugs. He's had some uplifting music, but a lot of his stuff is low vibrational. So let's not act like, these people are just beyond reproach. He can't ever be faithful to Jada Waiter. People are going to have their opinions on these people. They're celebrities, they're public figures. It is what it is. So a lot of black folks were not feeling what Michael Rubin has to say. And I'm not going to say that I disagree with it because I feel like he is entitled to his opinion. I just didn't like how he tried to make it seem like it was a black community issue and it's only black people. Because I'm sure he gets a lot of people who talk shit about him in his own community, being that he's rich and he's successful. The higher you climb, You're going to have haters. You're going to have people who feel away. You're going to have people who backbite and talk shit. That's just part of the territory. If Meek can't handle it like he can handle Diddy, I don't know what to tell him. If you can handle Diddy, you better be able to handle the backlash. But yeah, that picture to me is just sus. It is what it is. It's a weird picture. But he did reply back. He got a lot of hate for his comments on the Breakfast Club. So I want to go ahead and share this with you guys. This was his response, because I think Schoolboy Q and a few other people like kind of came out of nowhere trying to check him. So he says this: I got a phone call from one of the people that I have the most respect for in the world, and they told me while they appreciate my intentions, it's not my place to speak on Black culture. I get it, and I really appreciate the input. My intention was to say how important it is that we need to uplift each other, stop the hate on each other, push each other to win, and always root for each other's success. My bad, much love, and I appreciate the feedback. So that is what he had to say about the situation. I can respect, his apology, whatever. I guess maybe Jay-Z reached out to him and told him to stand down. But, again, not y'all looking for the Jay-Z picture. Y'all want to see him again? They said he about to open up the 40/40 Club. I said, is the money acting funny all of a sudden? Because why is he trying to bring it back to the early 2000s? And if you know about the 40/40 Club, he wasn't paying his staff. He was doing a lot of shady shit. So he might want to just let the 40/40 Club die where he left it. Because even Michael Jackson, I heard, had to like low-key threaten to sue. Because Jay-Z thought he could just play everybody music in the 40/40 Club and he didn't have to pay no licensing. Am I spilling too much tea? Y'all remember that shit? Look at the babies talking about what's the 40/40 Club. Yeah, it just came out today. Hold on, let me pull it up. They said he wants to open up the 40/40 Club. And I'm thinking to myself, is the money funny? Because why are you trying to open up this club that caused you so much headache in the early 99s and 2000s? Right here. Jay-Z planning on to reopen the 40/40 Club from U.S. Magazine. Jay-Z's legendary 40/40 Club is readying itself for a rebirth as the club prepares for a pop-up re-imaging at Fantastic Fest in New York this weekend. Jay-Z and his team have their sights on opening the doors to a full-time location next year. I won't be going. If y'all remember the drama that went around the 40/40 Club, Jay-Z wasn't paying bouncers, he wasn't paying servers, and then he'd be playing people's music, and he wasn't paying for licensing. Because I remember MJ, if I'm not mistaken, MJ wanted to sue or try to sue. Let me see if I can pull this up. Y'all know I don't be forgetting shit. 40/40 Club. I was going to do a deep dive on the 40/40 Club a while back. Yeah, he had a lot of lawsuits. This is from like 2007. Half y'all weren't even born, child. Okay, Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, Kanye West, BMI. Yep, here goes. I don't be forgetting. Why do I have memories in my brain that just, y'all bring up stuff and it just unlocks? Okay, here it is. I knew I wasn't going crazy. Hold on, this is it right here. Okay, lawsuit against the 40/40 Club in 2007. BT.com have today reported that Broadcast Music Inc. BMI filed a lawsuit against Jay-Z's 40/40 Club on behalf of Michael, R. Kelly, and Kanye West music publishers. According to reports, the lawsuit was filed on Monday in Manhattan, with BMI seeking damages for infringement on copyrights from the club and its owner, and Jay-Z was named in that suit. In March of 2006, BMI made 2 random visits to the club, and at least 7 unlicensed songs were heard, which include Michael Jackson's Billie Jean, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Who remembers that? Am I the only person who remembers? Somebody said they were 6 in 2006. This was years ago. I don't forget nothing. Thank you, Elizabeth. She said, T don't forget nothing. Yeah, it was a club in NYC. And so this is the same man. Remember that song he had back in the day? Girls, 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 girls. He had remixed the Biz Markie song, and he was talking about how he had to stop fucking with the Chinese shit because she kept bootlegging his shit. And so people were shocked because it's like, how are you crying about bootlegging and, copyright? Because this was on the time, like, LimeWire, Kazaa, BearShare, all of this stuff was really popular. So you had a lot of these rappers and entertainers crying about, poor folks downloading their music Meanwhile, Jay-Z's playing all of these artists' music at the 4040 Club, but he's not paying for licensing. So I guess he's trying to bring it back. But if you look into like the history of the 4040 Club, it was nothing but lawsuits and tears. He may want to leave that bitch back in 2007. Open up a new club with a new name, okay? But he's trying to play on nostalgia. That's what that is. But yeah, it was a lot of people coming after him. It was a lot of shady stuff, people not being paid. It was like one lawsuit after another. Yeah, I used to love me some LimeWire. Child, we still got all our CDs and stuff and MP3s pressed. You always want to keep your hard stuff in case, you know what I'm saying, you're not able to access Apple and, you know, all these streaming platforms. At least you should still have your book of CDs and your hard drives with all your MP3s and MP4s. But yeah, so that's the tea on Jay-Z and the 4040 Club. Let's see here. Wanya Matunda said $9.99 says, hey T, I'm glad I'm catching another live. I wish I could come to the 1 milli party. Hope you have a great time. I'll definitely be at the next event. Love you. Love you too, and thank you for tapping in with me. Italian Curl Senpai says, ciao Bella. My baby girl Isabella just turned 1. Another Leo for the team. Glad I caught the live again. That's what's up. Happy birthday to your baby. Let's see here. Carlene14 sent $19.99. She sent a sticker. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Appreciate you. Let's see here. So that's what's going on with Michael Rubin and his drama. Okay, so now we got to talk about this situation with Stunna Girl. Now, for y'all who don't know who Stunna Girl is, she was on the Baddies. So she was on there, I don't know, Baddies, one of them, I think like Baddies South maybe, or West Coast. I think Baddies West Coast. But she was on there with Krishan, and she's changed so much. But she's a rapper and an artist, and she said she was married to this guy named Rich Moolah. He's a blood. They're both from, like, I want to say the Bay, if I'm not mistaken. And so recently she got shot. I know, ghetto, right? She got shot. And so people were blasting. She got up and she started blasting her husband because people were attaching them together because he got on live and started crying. And people were like, you know, why is your husband crying? And she just literally went off about this situation. So this is going viral on social media. Now, what was crazy is that when she got shot, Anna Mac, who's also on Baddies, kind of clowned her. Because Stunna Girl has started a lot of shit with a lot of people on Baddies. So let me go ahead and share my screen real quick here. So this was what Anna Mac had to say about the situation.
Oh, I really told y'all God don't play about me. Wait. Because what did I tell this? It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. But you are going to get yours. Everybody do some real evil, nasty shit to me. I tell them, even if I don't fight them, you're going to get it. Now this got shot. Yo, ain't shit funny about that? But I told karma is real. Now this shot. Like, no shade, bitch. You be wishing death on people. I really hope you don't make it through, bitch. Got boom. Niggas is really spinning. Now you got shot because you such an ugly, evil-hearted bitch. You do evil shit to bitches. You set bitches up. You try to kill bitches. Now look at you. Lifeline. I don't give a f***. You bitches reap what y'all.
So this is her shot wound. This is just ratchet. It hit above my breast and went through my underpit. And then she posted, you know, gunshot wound. Okay. So that went viral about 2 weeks ago. And so this is what's going on now with Stunna. So she's basically blasting her husband for leaving her as she was getting shot. You can't make this shit up. I never really believed she was married anyways, but okay. So this is the husband, Rich Moolah. Just a hood booger. I want to play this other video, though. This other video is more clear. Let me see. You can see him crying up close. Let me find that video. Okay, here it is. Let me share this screen right here. Okay. So she says here, don't attach my name to no nigga. I been had a new nigga. Take the P off your face. You not from Bompton. You got put on in prison at the age of 23, gang. And tell the world how you ran when I got popped and I caught my little brother crying at I don't know, child. Asking him to come help. You're a blade and I've been cheated on you 2 years ago. Crying and wiping his tears because Stunna Girl has left him. He's only popping because it's Stunna Girl. I don't know what is going on with the baddies, but this is the most ghettoest shit I've ever seen. Like, they are literally out here taking bullets, getting shot. But Stunna Girl acts, you know what I'm saying? She still be out here gangbanging, so what does she expect? It's not like she took this opportunity. Yeah, she raps, but she's out here in these streets, still gangbanging, still throwing up her set and everything else. So I don't know what caused the beef, but the fact that she was shot and then her so-called husband ran off. And people are saying, well, he should have been blasting back. You know, again, life is not a movie. Life is not a movie. Like y'all always say what somebody should do until you're in that situation. And unfortunately, when bullets fly, everybody runs and scatters like roaches. Very few people will pull out a gun and start blasting back. Don't let these rappers and their music fool you. 9 times out of 10, everybody runs. So people are like, he's foul. Why he ain't blast back? Because he's probably not really about that life. But they're playing up this persona and now it's gotten too real. She's standing here with a damn bullet in her chest. He's crying on camera because she left him. You can't make this shit up. It just makes no sense. The whole thing is just ghetto. And I don't even understand it. And with Anna Mac, like I like Anna Mac a little bit on the show, but I mean, I don't see how that's funny. Because Anna Mac, you're just as wild. You're just as reckless. You know, I would never laugh at somebody getting shot. Karma or not, that's nothing to laugh at. Because bullets have no name. And the way that the baddies be out here carrying themselves and carrying on like they're so gangster, somebody could test your gangster as well. So I wouldn't be too quick to laugh at anybody. So it's kind of sad. It's really kind of sad that this is where reality television is gone now. To the fact that now you have reality television people getting shot. She's admitting to cheating on him. Even said in another post that they weren't really married. So I'm not even sure what's going on with that whole situation. If I even believe. Because I'm just like, if that's her husband, that's just, I don't know, their whole vibe gives me more business partner, you know, boyfriend, somebody I'm fucking, than husband. Because she's been in certain situations that if this was like really marital bliss, she wouldn't be in. If she really had a husband that cared about her. So, the whole thing is just ratchet. Somebody said, look like he got a fresh pair of veneers. Paid for by Zeus Network. Everybody on Zeus got a fresh pair of veneers, child. From that ATL veneer tech. The whole thing is just ratchet. It makes no damn sense. So now let's go ahead. I want to get on this topic here. So that's what's going on with Stunna Girl. You know, I hope she heals. You know, I hope she gets better. But yeah. Everybody wants to be about that life until it's time to be about that life. She's very lucky that she was just hit in that area and that she didn't lose her life because it could have been a lot worse. But Stunna Girl's not innocent. She talks crazy. She talks crazy online. She's always exposing people. So, you know, who knows? She has a lot of enemies because of the baddie show and the things that she's done. So, who knows who ran after her at this point. So now we got to talk about this situation that's going on with the game. This entire situation is creepy and weird. So for y'all who don't know, there was rumors a few weeks ago that Evelyn Lozada's daughter, Shaniece, was pregnant. So this was like a few weeks ago. I think Jackie was kind of blasting them because Evelyn Lozada came out and said that Jackie was selling coochie back in the day. Okay. I never understand women who sit there and worry so much about other women's private parts, especially how they got into the game. Like, you done been married to like every guy in every sport damn near. Like, girl, bye. So Jackie was kind of blasting Evelyn and was saying something about Evelyn's daughter being pregnant by a certain rapper. So, you know, the internet started digging. And so people were saying that she was pregnant by the Game. And at first it was a rumor. And then the Game went and he confirmed it. So we're going to go ahead and watch this interview with the Game confirming that he knocked up Shaniece, who is Evelyn Lozada's daughter. But that's not where it ends. The whole thing is just weird.
Right.
Yeah, I'm expecting one child.
One child.
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel about that?
I think about it in terms of like years, right? Like I'm 44. So when my new child is 21, I'll be 65, right?
Right.
And that seems kind of old until you start thinking about who's 65 now, right? And so when I think about that, I think that like, I don't know how old like Mariah Carey is, but she has to be like 10 years older than me, or Jay-Z or something like that. They got to be almost like, their next big birthday is probably 60. They're still out here looking young and looking cool. So
you only have one baby mom, right?
No.
You have two?
I have three.
No, I know. She's still pregnant.
Right.
Right. So you have
but
two.
There's a baby in there. So
there is a baby in there.
It's three.
So, okay. So three. So three. One on the way.
2.5.
2.5, whatever. Three. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have two baby moms. I thought you had one because I always seen like the teacher. I don't know her name.
Yeah. Tiffany.
Tiffany. She's older than you.
She is.
And then your new baby mom that's on the way, she's a lot younger than you. So it's going to be a whole.
She's a little bit in her 30s.
Yeah. She's in her 30s?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how did you keep.
Try to 20 me?
I thought she was like 25.
Yeah. Nah, she in her 30s.
Right.
Yeah. I'm expecting.
Okay. I don't even know where to start with this situation. The Game is just weird. He's just weird and creepy. Okay, so what's more weird about this, right? Granted, she's 30, so she's grown. But the problem is the Game, first baby mama, Tiffany and Evelyn Lozada were damn near best friends. So you've literally watched Shaniece grow up. They've been close for years. That's low-key how Tiffany and the Game, because remember back in the day, Tiffany and the Game, they had their own reality TV show. And that is how they were kind of introduced into reality television, was from her relationship with Evelyn Lozada on Basketball Wives, that she was able to kind of get Tiffany into the reality TV show space. So everybody's been on Twitter talking about this. Let me find this picture of them back in the day here. Okay, here it is. So it says here, even if Evelyn, okay, so somebody wrote, engaged for years, had two of his children. After you break up, he gets your friend's daughter pregnant. The Game is a creep. Then they said here, even if Evelyn and his baby mama Tiffany weren't friends, this situation is still weird. The Game is 4 years younger than Evelyn. Like, why would you have a baby with a man who could have went to high school with your mother? So that's Tiffany. This was Shani. This is Tiffany, the Game's baby mama, and this is Evelyn when she was pregnant with her son. So this was about, I think her son has to be about 8 or 9 now. But they've known each other even before then. And now she is knocked up by him. But now what's even weirder? Who remembers back in the day when they were going through their separation? Remember, the Game was putting hands on Tiffany. Not to be messy, I just don't forget shit. Game was whooping Tiffany's ass. Tiffany had to call the police. Police were called. She had to get restraining orders. And after, the Game put hands on Tiffany, Tiffany had to go. So let me share this real quick. Remember, she had to get restraining orders. The Game ordered to stay away from ex-fiance after alleged attack. He had put hands on her in front of the kids. It was a bunch of stuff. But what is very weird is that when she was going through all this with the Game, she had to then get help from Evelyn Lozada's counselor. Because remember when Evelyn was dating Ocho Cinco and Ocho Cinco headbutted her? And so she had to go to counseling. So when Tiffany and the Game were breaking up because the Game put hands on her, she reached out to Evelyn's coach. You can't make this shit up. So you can't tell me Shaniece was not there knowing what was going on with Tiffany. This was Evelyn Lozada's coach at the time to give her counseling. So let me go ahead and read this. This is from like maybe 10 years ago. Tiffany Cambridge recently reached out to Evelyn Lozada's old life coach to help fix her life, just days after filing a restraining order against on-again, off-again fiancé, The Game. The mother of two decided to bring a professional celebrity life relationship coach, Tony Gaskins. Thank you at Tony Gaskins for everything, all the talks, words of encouragement, guidance, tough love, greatly appreciated. Along with the following picture, you've helped me so much on my journey. You're not only my life coach, you're my friend. She met him through Evelyn because she was being abused, and now Evelyn's daughter is pregnant by The Game. Does anybody remember that, or am I the only loser that just doesn't forget shit? Y'all remember Tony Gaskins? I haven't heard that name in years. He's been on all the reality TV shows, because I used to watch Basketball Wives. I was a big fan of Basketball Wives. Do y'all remember that? Okay? Now, yes. Okay, good. So a few people remember. Now what's even weirder is, and again, we're not saying that he can't knock her up. She's grown. She's of age, right? Hell, half of us didn't care about Drea and the little boy she done knocked up because he's of age, even though it's weird. The problem is the proximity to Tiffany. And it makes me think, like, how long had you been looking at Shaniece? And when did y'all start smashing? Had y'all been smashing since she became legal? Or is this something new? It's just weird. Because that means the whole time you're looking at your current fiance's BFF's daughter. She's been around him for years. Even when we go back to that picture, if we go back 10 years ago, because I think the little brother has to be about 10. And like I said, she's known him even before then. So I believe she was probably around Game when she was about 18, 19. And remember,
one child.
One child.
Yeah.
recently, The Game had the nerve to be on some type of To Catch a Predator show with Vitali. Who remembers this shit? I said, you can't make this up. This happened recently. Let me find it. Hold on. Who remembers when The Game was trying to catch a predator? I said, the audacity. Where'd it go? Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Ah, here we go. This was just the day after it happened on my birthday. Because when I seen this come up my feed, I said, wait, what? The Game is out here putting hands on child predators? Interesting. So we're going to watch this, him and Vitali. And people drug his ass. Do y'all remember this? Hold up. Let me share my screen. This happened just 3 weeks ago. Let me see if I can blow it up a bit here. Maybe I should, let me see if I can make it bigger on X. Okay, here we go.
What's going on? What's going on here?
Nothing.
How old are you?
Nothing.
How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? How old are you?
You see, he threw some type of, I don't know, cream pie in his face, pushed him, put hands on him. I'm going to replay it. That's The Game that comes in and attacks the man. The white dude is Vitali, who to me, he don't have a lot of room to talk either, child, if you know his history on YouTube. So we're going to watch it again from the beginning. Pay attention.
What's going on here?
Nothing.
How old are you? 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 How old are you?
I'm 20.
You're 22?
Yeah.
How old is he? No. No, I am.
Fuck you with my business, bro.
What's going on?
I just wanted to.
You just wanted to do what, homie?
I think we should put
Like,
his head in the toilet.
bro. You got a sickness, bro. You need to cure yourself, and this is part of your healing, man. Like, what's going on with you? What's going on in your mind,
Bro, just answer him. Just.
You have a sickness, bro, and you need to off yourself. What's going on with you? Let's continue watching.
What's going on through your mind? No one's gonna hurt you if you're being honest with us. Just what's going through your mind? Why did you want to sleep with a 15-year-old boy? Just tell us.
I didn't.
Just tell us.
You're not gonna get out of it, homie. Look at me, bro. Look at me, homie. Stop looking down. Look at me. I'm looking at you. So what's going through your mind, bro?
I don't know. I was just.
You tripping, right? You made a fucked up decision?
Yeah.
You feel good about it?
No, horrible.
What do you do after this? Do you do it again? You find other little kids?
No. I'm.
Bro, you got it. You can't, bro. That's not cool, bro. It's just not cool. Hey, look.
All right, so y'all just watched that video. And this is very much real. People saying this is state. No, it's real. People started dragging the game. When I tell you, again, nobody's excusing the pedo trying to meet a 15-year-old boy. That's disgusting. But, okay, great message, wrong messenger. So people are like, well, I'm confused because wasn't this you finger fucking India Love when she was, finger fucking some barely legal puss back in the day in the park? So this is why this article is out on the Atlanta Star. Let me share this here. So people started going in on him. And they're like, okay, you were dating India Love in 2014. You were 35. She had just turned 18. But trust and believe, he had been talking to her way before she was 18. They came out publicly once she turned 18, just like Wilmer Valderrama, okay? So a lot of people were trying to remind him that you're weird, and then he's always acting super obsessed over his own daughter. But yeah, so people started bringing up these old pictures on Twitter. The game with India in the park. Remember? He made her smell his finger. This was the game. And people were calling him out, and this was like, people acting like, oh, this was just normal. People were calling him out back then because here's an old Shade Room post. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, let me take it off of that. Okay, this is from 10 years ago. From 2014. So let me share this with y'all. Rapper The Game finally goes public with his new 18-year-old girlfriend, India Westbrook. So he had posted the picture. So look at the comments here from 10 years ago. Wow, this is truly sad. How would you feel if a 34-year-old man was dating his daughter, Callie, at 18? Creepy and some sick mess. This young girl has dated around also. What type of parents does she have? This is a true case of a thought that he was talking about. The game truly doesn't have morals. Miss Cambridge dodged a bullet with him. Notice I said woman, not girl. Because again, this is around the time he was going through the divorce. Well, not divorce, they never got married. Through the breakup with Tiffany. Let me see here. Somebody else says the game is too old to be dating that girl. If the tables were turned, he wouldn't like his daughter dating a 34-year-old man. Where is this girl's parents? She still is at home with them. She's not an adult. Somebody else says, regardless if 18 is legal, she's still a child to a 34-year-old. I doubt she's really mature, more like really thirsty and ready. He just couldn't deal with a mature woman. that will hand his ass to him when needed. Shake my head. These people these days, especially these celebrities, Kylie and Tyga. Okay? So to me, it is very hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? That he's sitting here shoving cream pies in pedos' faces and going off and saying they should harm themselves when people were calling him out years ago for dating India Love when she had just turned 18. But like I said, I'm sure they were already dating and messing around long before that. And the fact that he would embarrass her knowing that paparazzi was there and he would sit there and finger smash her in the park in front of everyone and then make her smell his finger. Like, that's just weird. That's just weird behavior. Imagine, and his daughter is now, I think she's a freshman in high school. So imagine if that was his daughter now. He'd be ready to, tear somebody up behind his daughter. But yet he has no respect for other people's daughters. So him having a baby with Shaniece, it is weird. It's just weird. But I'm not surprised because the game has been a weirdo for a long time. The whole situation is just strange. So a lot of people are like literally clocking his tea on that and calling him out, especially once he went viral for that pedo show. It's like, of all people, you have Vitaly in the game. Okay. Yeah. Again, nobody's saying that she wasn't of age. Yes, she's 18, right? That's legal. We get that. But what everybody's saying is that he is 34 years old. And on top of that, you could just tell he had been messing with her a lot longer. People always come out as soon as they turn 18, but he didn't meet her on her 18th birthday. They had already been talking before she was 18. Just like if you guys remember back in the day with Wilma Valderrama, when, as soon as Lindsay Lohan turned 18, oh, she's my official girlfriend. They had been talking before she was 18. And I think he did the same thing to Demi Lovato, if I'm not mistaken, too. Because Wilma Valderrama definitely likes younger women. Same with Scott Disick. They'll literally come out as soon as the girl is 18, then they want to announce this is their girlfriend. But they're not meeting them on their 18th birthday. They're meeting them well before then. They're just coming out publicly once they turn 18. Okay, good, Amy Diaz. She said that he did the same thing with Demi Lovato. That's what I thought as well. So, yeah, the whole situation is just crazy. But, yeah, of course, Shaniece is grown. Nobody's saying that she's not old enough to fuck Game and have his baby. We're not talking about the age thing. We're talking about the proximity. It's just strange that his baby's mother and her mom were damn near best friends. So you watch this young woman grow up. It's just weird. The whole thing is just weird to me. Let me go ahead and read a few more super chats. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Let me see. Hold on. Let me scroll back up here. Have refreshed. Miss B said, the way your tickets sold out, I had no chance. Yeah, they sold out quick. They did. But thank you for the super chat, love. Appreciate you. Alton Johnson 5. Thank you, Alton. Productive goals. Santu says, tea with the small waist, smooth face, and ambience poppin'. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That guy from Texas Senpai says, I agree, T. This YSL case is for entertainment purposes only. I definitely agree. So thank you. Tanelia Matthews, Sim 499 says, I finally caught a live. Bigs up to you. Overjoyed that you enjoyed your birthday and keep doing what you do. So proud of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you too. Thanks for the love and support. Mucha Dinera sent 999 says, hey T, happy belated birthday. Looking and glowing gorgeous as always. Doing better since the last time we talked. Getting into my entrepreneur bag, and my birthday is next Friday. That's what's up. And happy early birthday to you, sis. Thank you for tapping in with me. Let me see here. Breaking news, Beat King was just killed. Huh? Hold on. Somebody said it's breaking news. Legendary rapper Beat King reportedly dead at 22. Oh. Hold on. Wow. Let me share my screen real quick. Hold on. Okay. So they're saying B King was just killed. Wow. The music world is mourning the loss of Justin B. King Riley, a legendary rapper and producer who passed away today, according to multiple reports, including his manager and Houston radio station. B. King's untimely death has left a void in Southern hip hop community and beyond. Today, August 15th, we lost at Club Godzilla. B. King has been a part of the club for over the past decade. He has produced and worked with so many artists that his sound will live forever. He loved his daughters and his music and his fans. We will love him forever. Wow. That is sad. It just goes to show you, you know what I'm saying, how short life is. So while, you know, Stunna Girl and Anna Mac are laughing about the shooting, well, Anna's laughing about it. Like I said earlier, bullets have no name. And, you know, Stunna Girl should be very humble and appreciative and thanking God that she survived being shot. Because now we have B King, you know, being killed. So rest in peace to him. Thank you for the news, Tisha. Appreciate you. Richard Smith sent $4.99 says, love you, Team Meek, Diddy, and probably Rubin. I believe all of these dudes are clapping each other's cheeks. Laugh my ass off. Meek Mill gives me DL vibes. If you know, you know. Thank you so much for the super chat, love. Appreciate you. Banji Baby 21 sent 5 says, T, you look absolutely gorgeous, by the way. I don't know if you talked about it already, but the blogs are saying that B King passed. Yeah, we just talked about it. Thank you for the super chat, love. Let's see here. It's DB sent $4.99 says, hey, Auntie, the AI lady is saying y'all are talking about downloading illegal music and movies. Also, remember when Stunna Girl kidnapped Rocky B. Love you. Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about her kidnapping that other female rapper, which is insane. The AI, I hate the AI on here. I hate when it does my summaries. It always does them wrong. So it's basically making it look like I'm encouraging downloading illegal music, like it's 2004, 2005. Okay, AI. Let's see here. Kirby Wiggins says, like mother, like daughter. Evelyn's daughter has been watching her nasty tail sleep with anyone's husband or boyfriend to stay in the forefront. Sweets 2012 says, T, thank you for the live. I appreciate you. You're so welcome. Thank you for checking in. Jalissa Nicole says, do you remember the 15-year-old girl in the UK that was allegedly pregnant by the game and her mom made him take a DNA test and then he went ghost during that time? I remember hearing about that, but I don't know whatever became of that. I did hear that he got a girl pregnant in the UK years ago, but WAC 100 claims it's a lie, so I don't know because nothing ever came of that. Let's see here. Big Booty Jersey says, T, looking beautiful as always, going live the day before my birthday. Leo gang, is the game comfortable with this relationship dynamic? It is weird as hell. It is, and happy early birthday to you, sis. Thank you so much for tapping in. Appreciate you. Beauty Girl Talk says, the entire part, he's a whole weirdo. Shake my head. Kayla says, today's my birthday, Team Leo. I love your channel. The game talked about his dad molesting him and his sister in the documentary. I don't think his dad molested them because when I watched the documentary, that's not what I got. They ended up in foster care because the dad came home drunk and supposedly got in the bed with the sister thinking it was the mom. And I don't know if the sister told the teacher. It got out. I don't know if the dad did something to the sister because the dad was on camera talking about it too. But he said he was drunk and got in bed with the sister thinking it was the mom. But I never heard that the game was molested by his father. So I never heard that. But that's how they ended up in foster care. Yeah. Let's see here. Someone in the chat says, how do you feel about the lady who got 9 years? Sunny says, how do you feel about the lady who got 9 years for stealing chicken? I remember I did a video about that, about the lady who stole like $1.5 million worth of chicken from the Chicago school district. Well, they have given her 9 years. I think 9 years is harsh. I don't think she needed 9 years. She didn't kill anybody, but she did steal. You know what I mean? People are acting like she was stealing this chicken to feed herself. No, she was flipping it like drugs. She was stealing pounds and pounds of frozen chicken that was meant for the kids at the school, that was meant for the community, for low income families. And she was selling it, you know what I'm saying, making a profit off of it. And so she was arrested for embezzling chicken. How dreadful. Like, that's insane. But I don't think she should have got 9 years. I think she should have got maybe like a year or two tops. I don't think she should have did 9 years. You got people who have killed people who haven't gotten that type of time. So I don't agree. I thought that was a lot for her to get 9 years behind that. That was a bit much. Yeah, she's definitely going to jail. I think the whole thing is just sad that she got that much time. Big Booty Jersey says, did you hear that everyone's social security number was hacked? Yes, I did. I heard about it, but it's like, so what do they want us to do? There hasn't been like any other information. Like, what are we supposed to do now that it's hacked? And it's insane that it's hacked. People are saying like, you know, check and look on the dark web and, you know, try and get with one of those like credit monitoring things. Let me see if there's any other updates. Because I know there wasn't too much. It was just like, oh, there was a breach. Yeah, this is sick. What we can verify about the alleged. Let's see if there's any info. Okay, we're going to watch this, see if there's any more updated info real quick before I go.
Personal information at risk. Right now, hackers online claim they have stolen the social security numbers of every American.
Scary stuff here. To Tampa Bay Verify anchor Josh Sadorowicz is looking into all of this. He joins us now with what we can verify and what you can do to protect yourself. Josh.
This could be one of the biggest breaches ever, but here's the thing. There is still a lot that simply is not yet confirmed about this. So I did want to take the next minute or so to walk through what we do know. Here's our sources. Let's first start with where this claim came from. It all stems from a class action complaint that was filed earlier this month in a federal court, actually right here in Florida. That complaint alleges cyber thieves posted a database online with records of nearly 3 billion people, including social security numbers, addresses, names. The man who filed that complaint says he was notified by his Identity Theft Protection Service that his personal information had been leaked to the dark web by the nationalpublicdata.com breach. Chances are you've never heard of National Public Data until now. We can verify it's actually a company based here in Florida, in Coral Springs. According to its website, it facilitates background checks for employers, private investigators, and staffing agencies. National Public Data did not respond to our questions and at this point has not yet publicly confirmed this breach happened. Some states, including Florida, do require companies to file notices if residents have been impacted by a data breach. Florida's Attorney General's office said as of now, they hadn't received a notice, but the law does give companies 30 days. Now, in the meantime, if this leaked material is what it's claimed to be, security experts say one of the easiest things you can do is freeze your credit if you are concerned. It is free to do, and it can prevent someone from, say, opening new credit cards or taking out a loan in your name. I actually did it on my lunch break today. I just created an online account with all 3 of the credit bureaus, and I did put the links to those sites. You can find that under this story on our website. Just remember, you do have to go in and unfreeze if and when you do need to do any of those things I just mentioned. But we will, of course, keep you posted as we do learn more about this potential breach. With you, Verify, I'm Josh Sadorowicz.
Have some new information tonight on a major data breach you may have seen on your social media feeds. Nearly 3 billion pieces of personal data, including social security numbers, being exposed. It's a story we first brought you last Thursday. You might remember we brought in data security expert to talk about what you can do to better protect yourself. We caught up with him today. He says the reports of 2.9 billion pieces of data being breached doesn't mean it's that many people. He says that number is actually closer to 133 million. Not that that makes you feel a whole lot better. Including himself, he told us his data was also exposed in the breach. He tells us that he has questions because he's incredibly careful who he gives his social security number to, and he's only shared it with the bank and utility companies.
I'm not tremendously surprised. My only surprise is I haven't had a social security number for that long. It's only been about 9 months. So it's not wondering that it got breached or how it got breached. It's wondering how these guys had my social security number for it to get breached. You are one of 133 million individuals who have had data leaked. The original breach, they spoke about 2.9 billion records.
Right.
But apparently those 2.9 billion records, it could, like you could, if you've lived 10 different places over the last 20 years, you could have 10 different records. So
one person could have as much as 10.
More. Depends on how much you move.
All right. It's just, like I said, like, I don't know. I feel like everybody's talking in hieroglyphics and cursive. Like, just how did the breach happen? Are we affected? Where do we go to check? Do we just call the credit bureau? Everybody's just talking in circles. Or am I not gasping? Am I not grasping what's going on? I feel like they're just all talking in circles. Well, it might have not really been 1.5 million, closer to like a million. Like, I just feel like they're just talking in circles. Did this shit even really happen, or is this just like an internet rumor? Like, it all seems just weird. Somebody said it didn't happen. Yeah, I just feel like it's like a lot of just talking. It's just a bunch of mushmouth shit, but nobody is saying anything. Like, usually when, like, let's say credit cards get hacked, like when Sony got that hack in people's credit cards, they're like, call your credit card company, cancel your card, get a new one. But with this, they're not even saying anything. I mean, I guess you could, like, monitor your stuff, right? And make sure nobody's opening up anything in your name. But how long is this supposed to go on? Are we supposed to, like, just monitor for life? And then a lot of that monitoring stuff is not free. So it's just a way for, like, the credit bureaus to get money now. Like, yeah, we'll monitor your Social Security and make sure nobody's using it for $9.99 a month. Yeah, thank you, Big Booty Jersey. They're not being forthcoming. Like, they're not saying anything that I can really, like, anything tangible. I can be like, okay, cool, this is what happened. This is the next step. This man got up there and said he hasn't had a Social Security card. He's only had one for 9 months. Well, sir, you look like you're about 40 plus. What do you mean 9 months? Well, maybe he just got to America. I don't know. The whole shit just sounds weird. When he said he only had his card for 9 months, I checked out. Like, okay, next. But he's an expert? But you only had a card for 9 months. I don't know. The whole thing is just weird. The conversation is weird. Okay, let me read these last two super chats. I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. Let me see here. B. Iga says, hey, T, this is my second time catching your live. I'm living in Amsterdam. It's 3 a.m. over here. Thank you for being consistent. You look gorgeous. Orange is the new tea. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for staying up in Amsterdam and chilling with me. I appreciate that. Madila Sade sent $10, says, my daughter's 10th birthday is on the 21st. Can you give a little Leo tea sipper a shout out? Her name is Laki. All right. Well, happy early birthday, Laki. Thank you so much for being a baby tea sipper. I appreciate you. And welcome to the double digits. That was like always like the best. Like when she turned 10, you were finally in the double digits. You weren't in the single digits anymore. So enjoy your 10th birthday. So yeah, it's a lot going on, child. Just monitor y'all stuff. Pull y'all's credit report. Make sure people aren't, getting cards in your name. I think that's, the best you can do. Definitely, if you can afford it, get your credit and stuff like that monitored. But like I said, they're not saying a whole lot about this breach. It's weird. Because I feel like when it's credit card breaches and financial breaches, there's a lot more information being divulged. With this situation, it just, I don't know, it just sounds like a urban legend or something. It's just strange. Let's see here. Tabby Cat sent 20, says, T, the media wants to instill fear in us. Stay prayed up and blessed. Exactly. That's how I felt with that. Like, there's not a lot of info. It's just a bunch of fear mongering. And then, we're also in a political season. So that's another way for them to fear monger. Like, oh, look what's happening under the Biden administration or, whatever. It's just like more nonsense. So thank you for that, sis. I appreciate you. Mandris91 sent 10, says, T, my dad got a letter from his health insurance. There was a breach of his info. I thought it was weird until some of my cancer patients started coming in with letters as well. Huh. Yeah. Yes, I mean, it's possibly something going on, but the whole thing is just weird. So everybody's social security number is just hacked. Is there going to be any resolve? Are they going to issue out new socials? Like, what are they going to do? That's the thing that has me confused. Because usually when it's a credit card breach, you cancel the card, you get a new card issued. Are people supposed to get like new social security numbers? Because if they have them, they can keep opening stuff up in your name. So I don't know. Ooh-wee. It's going to be very interesting. But thank you for that information, sis. Appreciate you. All right, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and check out. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I will be back with some more content later on this week. And we'll have a Zoom meeting tomorrow as well. So good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye.